and the sch and the g. I just can't. So you guys can't say that Dutch is the same as German because it is not.
Wat ga je doen vanavond? Salah.
That's the last.
Kelasnya baru selesai 2 menit sudah lupa.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I'm gonna tell you guys, so you guys have probably know that I have been living in the Netherlands for the last 3 years, and if you guys know me, then you know that I'm trying to learn the language, the Dutch language. And today in this video I'm gonna tell you about my experience learning Dutch and how I learned Dutch. Not saying that I can speak grammatically correct Dutch, but I am still in my learning process, in my learning journey, and it has not been smooth because I stopped my lessons due to Corona, and when I did my exchange I also stopped it, so I took a gap here and there, but now I'm back on track trying to learn the language again. First, when I came to the Netherlands, I don't know any Dutch, like not even like hello in Dutch or bye in Dutch. So when I first moved to the Netherlands, I tried to learn Dutch, of course, even though in the Netherlands like almost everybody speak English, especially if you go to bigger city like Amsterdam. If you want to learn Dutch in the store or at a restaurant or just in like public places, mostly in Amsterdam, a lot of people can speak English, and if you try to speak Dutch, most Dutch people who can speak English then will try to speak English to you just for the sake of convenience. But if you go to smaller cities like Alkmaar or just like smaller places outside the city, then a lot of people will speak Dutch to you, and there you can practice your Dutch better compared to bigger cities where a lot of people can speak English, but you can tell them that you want to practice your Dutch so that they can try to speak Dutch to you. Then you can practice, for example, in a market, in a supermarket, in the stores, in I don't know, in a dentist, if you try to book an appointment, in restaurants. And that is actually how I practice my Dutch. What I suggest you to is to learn Dutch before you come here if you can. Otherwise, there are a lot of Dutch courses that you can go to. One of them is ESN. Again, it is from Erasmus Student Network. They give pretty good Dutch lessons. I joined 2 times. First is for my beginner and also my intermediate Dutch language, and they also give the book. If you are interested on learning Dutch, then go sign up for their Dutch language course, and I would say it is pretty affordable. My experience with learning Dutch, I think it's really hard. It sounds like a little bit of English, a little bit of German, and also a little bit of Belgium. Although it is not exactly the same, it sounds the same, but it's not exactly the same. So you guys can't say that Dutch is the same as German because it is not. And also to me personally, it sounded like hard. I have hard time pronouncing, especially the first years I was here, like with the g, with the sch, like I can't. Like I'm Indonesian and our language, it's not as strong with the g and the sch and the g. I just can't. It used a lot of throats thing. Like I don't know what's going on. And also I heard that it sounds like you are spitting because we use a lot of sound from the throat. But I also think the Dutch language is quite similar like Indonesian. Some words is actually the same, although it is not in the same writing. I mean, of course, because of the history between Indonesia and the Netherlands back then, so we shared like kantor, like kulkas, like rekening, like, but the way we spell is different. And for this book is really good. I haven't finished it, but so far I really like it. This is for level B2 to, no, this is for level B1 until B2, but they have one level lower than this. Basically here everything is in Dutch, like every single thing is in Dutch. So that is good because when you want to learn the language, I think it is useful and it's quite easy for you to learn everything in Dutch, and then so that when you want to make a sentence, you're already thinking in that language. In this case, it's Dutch. So if I learn how to use the grammar, everything in Dutch, so when I want to make the sentence in Dutch, I'm already thinking in Dutch and not thinking in English, because that takes more time for me to translate from English to Dutch, if that makes sense. Anyway, this book has everything, and everything is in Dutch with all the learning materials, and there's also some pictures, some audio, and also some online learning that you can use. If you guys are learning Dutch, just keep trying, just keep practicing. I'm not a teacher and I'm still in my learning journey, but some tips that I can give to you: you need to keep practicing with people, or maybe familiarize yourself with the Dutch vocabulary by listening to Dutch news or Dutch podcasts or Dutch songs. They have great free Dutch podcasts. I can also write the link down below. But also what helps me a lot is that use the word that you know when you try to speak. Like, for example, you know one word in Dutch, and whenever you want to use that word in your sentence, use it in Dutch. For example, you want to say the word fridge in English, but use it in Dutch. For example, the word will be, I want a new fridge. And when you say your sentence, you change the word fridge in English to the word fridge in Dutch. But you can practice this with the people that speak Dutch and English, otherwise it wouldn't make sense. So this helps. I hope it makes sense, because this helped me. I know a few words in Dutch. Whenever I use that word in English, I try to use it in Dutch. That way I keep familiarizing myself with that word. Besides sharing my experience with the Dutch language, I also want to share about my experience on my Dutch course with ESN. So let's get to it. I didn't know we have fridge here. Thanks.
Yeah.
Nice. Now we know that.
So after class, I usually go to my Dutch class. So my Dutch class starts around 6:15 until 15 to 8. So it's around 2 hours. And this is how I travel to my Dutch course. My school is located in Science Park, so it is quite far from the city center. And the Dutch course is located in the city center in Utrecht University Law School building. This is the view to go to my Dutch class in the city center. This is the other side of Utrecht. It is not exactly in the city center, but it is also not so far. Today the wind is very strong. I mean, it's the Netherlands, so every day it is actually very windy. And this is the building. This is actually an old building, as you guys can see, but it is still very, very good. They take care very good. You guys can see there are a lot of seats to study, as it is the law building. Everybody here is always studying and reading. So this is the classroom for my Dutch class. We are with around 20 people. Rashid, what do you think about the class?
The class was nice. We learned a lot. We learned about tenses.
What do you think about the class?
Wat ga je doen vanavond? Salah. What was it?
Wat ga je vanavond doen?
Wat ga je vanavond doen? So. Baru selesai.
Who was the last?
Kelasnya baru selesai 2 menit sudah lupa.
Who was the last? Was
Goed. It was goed. Echt goed.
Then after that, it is already dark. I am walking to my bus stop from the building. This is how Utrecht looks like in the night. Still very pretty, and there are still quite some people outside. So that is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope it helps. I hope you enjoy, and I hope this helps you on learning the Dutch language. I know it's hard because I am feeling it, but you got this. And if you want to learn Dutch or practice Dutch, just go for it. And if you are interested about the courses, about ESN course, and you can ask me, and I also will link the details down below. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!